All right, so, we've kind of recapped the fact that things are pretty good, and so, you know, we got this project, and so let's find out if we can make them a little bit better. So the way it works is, obviously, as we described, we take a look at the operating expenses, we take a look at, what you're spending for materials, and what we found was it's all pretty good. But because we have a series of spreadsheets where we can put in your pricing for molding and put in your pricing for mats and glazing and look at what it's producing for you, and obviously it was good news. We can also look to see if maybe there's a few holes in there or some opportunities. And how do we judge that? Well, when you've done over 200 of these and you see what people do in shops like this, maybe you can make a little tweak to things here and there that would make enough of a difference. Because when you guys sell a fairly substantial amount of projects a year and things, if you can raise that average ticket or increase that just a little bit over the course of a year, it can make a substantial difference. So what we found is that we could probably raise the average price of your frames about $6 per project. We were able to look at the fact that that we might be able to add about $9 per project with mat board. And then by just kind of moving around a little bit, the way that you charge for museum glass and conservation clear, we could make a slight increase in that. You were almost perfectly right on, of about $2 per project. So if we add that all together, an average project just through the pricing alone might increase about $17 per project, which would result in about another $10,000 per year to your cash flow. Not a huge increase, not typically what we are able to do in most shops, but again, being very careful to make sure that we're not pricing ourselves over and above on these types of custom projects, the ones where we're designing, where we're going to lose, customers and kind of discourage them at all, because we don't need to. We've already got a good base to things, right? Okay, so I'm aware that you took this information and you've actually implemented some of it. We're working ahead a little bit here, right? So you've put that in a couple of weeks ago. And what's the reaction been so far? Have you noticed a price increase, or has it been something that has felt natural?
Oh, it's felt very, very natural. There's been like one or two times where we kind of looked at it and went, "Ooh,
okay,
what maybe happened there?"
Yeah.
And we'll look at that. But no, actually, it hasn't felt like there's even been a change.
Okay.
At all.
And if there's ever a company that's going to say "ooh" or notice it, it's going to be a company that's pushed the edge or done the right thing. Because you've been very confident in your pricing, your people know what to expect, and you've done a great job of pretty much maximizing what you should be doing. So when we push it to the edge, or we say, here's a little bit of tweaking, you might notice it. The thing that you just pointed out, if there's one or two instances where it's been obvious, those we need to go back and look at. Because the way the tables work, where it will have a cost of something like, a $3 to $5 cost of something, and we apply a multiplier to it, and then we descend the multipliers as the price gets higher.
Right.
Sometimes there's gaps in there, or really kind of weird things that happen at certain price levels. So we always can go back and fine tune that.